it is pretty amazing, right? The NBA's introduced private planes, fewer back-to-backs, longer all-star break, nutritionists, chefs, masseuses, more off days during the season. Yet, I'm gonna give you a list of guys and how many games they've missed. Jimmy Butler, 18. Chris Paul's missed 21. Kawhi Leonard's missed 65. James Harden, 8. Anthony Davis, 7. Greek Freak, 5. Kevin Durant, 13. Steph Curry, 22. Blake Griffin, 17. Kyrie Irving, 13. Add another 10 to that. LeBron James hasn't missed any. Top 13 scorers, he's the only non-guard that hasn't missed a game. So, I mean, I've said this again. They say Kyrie Irving's injury is a knee. I'd check his back. Try carrying a team, Kyrie, without LeBron. It's pretty heavy. Got to score 28 a night. You know? I mean, with a lot of these guys, I just don't think they understand it. By the way, we didn't even put John Wall on that list. We didn't put, did we put Gordon Hayward on that list? Did we put Isaiah Thomas on that list? Did we put Kevin Love on that list? I don't think we did. I don't, it is amazing that the league's never done more for the players. And it's never done more for the players' health ever. And everybody's hurt. So at some point, I mean, you're either willing to play through some of these injuries or you're not. I mean, you're by the way, we'd like to introduce a new element to the periodic chart. Remember that chemistry class you went to as a kid? Junior high, high school? They had the periodic table: carbon, hydrogen, gold, silver, oxygen, titanium, uranium, lithium, iron, calcium, sodium, that kind of thing. We discovered a new element after this weekend, hearing the news of Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving's injury. They got hurt again. And this is going to kind of rock the scientific world. And we do wish that Stephen Hawking, who passed away last week, was still alive to talk about our amazing discovery. But if you look closely at the periodic chart, something popped in this weekend that we'd never seen before. Look right there. It's Lebronium. The symbol is LB. It's Lebronium. And we hear it's stronger in the spring. It's able to withstand the rigors of a long winter. Scientists are baffled with its durability. And it's a new symbol. It's around titanium and plutonium. You can see it there. Let's zero in on it one more time. It's called Lebronium. And it has been, we discovered it this weekend, it's been added to the periodic chart. And it's very exciting news, sort of blowing away the scientific community. Lebronium has been added to the periodic chart. I gotta thank my staff for finding stuff like this. You guys really put in the extra time. I didn't even ask you to look at a periodic chart. I figured you'd be watching like the tournament and spring training games and the NFL wire, and you guys are just studying the periodic chart all weekend, Greg. I really appreciate the effort. I am not a big believer in coincidences. I'm just not. I kind of, and I could be very wrong on this, but I kind of believe you wake up in the morning, you have some goals, you go out and get them, try to achieve them. If not, you keep them on the list for tomorrow. You go out the next day and you achieve whatever you wanted to achieve. It could be taking your kid to a Little League practice. It could be, having a meeting with somebody in sales. Whatever it is. I don't really buy that, like, it's a crazy coincidence. This and this happened, and nobody told me about it, and those people met, and they said they wanted to meet with me, but they never met with me. If you're not in the meeting and people met, they didn't want you in the meeting. That's my point. I don't believe in coincidences. You know that I think LeBron James is great and arguably the best player of all time, the Swiss Army knife of the NBA. His durability is unmatched in the history of the league, including MJ and all the great players. But I also admit he can be, a little cryptic. He can send messages. I think some of it just he's bored out of his mind. I mean, like Michael Jordan retired. Did he get bored? Did he want to do something else? I mean, some of this is LeBron dominating for 15 years, best player in the league for 12. I think he's just bored. But I don't buy coincidences. I don't believe that if two people met and you weren't in the meeting, they didn't want you in the meeting. And I don't. So just listen. So Ty Lue is the coach of the Cavs. He has to briefly have a sabbatical. I have chest pains. And so he sits out for 4 games. In those 4 games, LeBron's 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 11 assists. By the way, about the same time that Tyronn Lue has to leave his head coach because of chest pains, Kyrie Irving, who dumped LeBron for the Celtics, also gets hurt and misses a bunch of games. So I want you to think about this zany coincidence that Ty Lue, LeBron's head coach, chest pains, got to sit down. About the same time, Kyrie Irving, who dumped LeBron, gets hurt. And here in March, year 15, points, rebounds, assists, LeBron suddenly has the greatest statistical month, pause, ever. And you want me to believe that's a coincidence? No. That is not a coincidence. It is not a coincidence. What LeBron is doing is what LeBron does all the time. It's the criticism of him that I think is fair. He sends messages. He's passive-aggressive. What LeBron is saying is, hey, James Harden, you have a great coach and a great system and a great teammate. Hey, Kevin Durant, you have a great cast. You have a great system and a great head coach. I don't need either. Hey, Kyrie, I don't get hurt. Hey, Ty Lue, I don't need you. I don't need a superstar teammate. I don't have a head coach. I don't have a great system, and I don't get hurt. I am the system. Great system? Nope. Coach? Nope. Superstar teammate? Nope. Injuries? Nope. Suddenly, LeBron, in his last 4 games, has had the greatest statistical run. March is his greatest month ever. He had 37 yesterday. His second-best dunk of the year may have been the second-best dunk of the NBA season after his first-best dunk against, I forget who, was it the Lakers, the Heat? I forget who it was, about a week ago. LeBron's never, ever in the history of his career played this well offensively. In the same 2-week stretch, Ty Lue is out and Kyrie Irving's out. There you go. What he's telling you is, I don't need either. You don't have to like it. It's passive-aggressive. It's cryptic. But don't kid yourself. Coincidences, don't buy them. If your boss and another guy vying for your position meet and they tell you they wanted to invite you, but they forgot, that wasn't a coincidence. They didn't want you in the meeting. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. LeBron in March is averaging 32, 10, 10, shooting 57% and 40% from three-point. Yeah, I mean, of all the months in 15 years, this is the best one. Yeah, he's putting forth the best effort to send a message.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.